some of the comments. So heavy jump on cloud. Okay, so first of all, I just want to, congratulations to everybody. I think Dr. Moyes, you're already an influencer as far as 3M is concerned, so that's great. But I just want to give you a caveat. This was just a fun exercise, right? Cloud is a free tool, so you should not get too disheartened if your score is low, especially trying to understand. I think I think Meera, you had an issue. You said cloud score did not change. Yes. See, what has happened in Dr. Moyes' case is that his influence was already high. It's just that cloud was not linked to those channels to measure it. So the minute he linked it, it came out as 50, right? Cloud, the score increases. It will increase for you as well as you get more active on social. So no need to get very upset about it. At the same time, it's a good indication of how you're doing. We will again revisit cloud after a couple of more sessions and see what the changes have been. That's why I asked for everybody's cloud score, so that we can use that as a benchmark and see how you've been doing. So don't get very upset if the score is lower than others. At the same time, always remember it's a free tool, and it's like everything else free. It may not be that accurate, right? Second thing is, cloud has one flaw, one way you can game cloud, and so this is a secret, or maybe you are already aware of it. So check your cloud score before, a week before and a week after your birthdays. It changes a lot. It changes a lot, especially if you're on Facebook, right? Because we don't have time nowadays to call anybody or wish anybody or give anybody a greeting card. We open Facebook, see whose birthday it is, and say happy birthday. So you will always see a big change in your cloud score if you check just after your birthday, especially if you're on Facebook, right? So that's one trick. And the same holds true for Diwali. If you really want to boost your cloud score, wish everybody happy Diwali on Facebook, and they will respond back saying happy Diwali. Check your cloud score after that, it will be higher. These are all fun things. Doesn't really affect your standing, but at the same time it's good to know. So you can always boost up your cloud score, but I'm not in the process of teaching you all that. I'm just telling you some fun facts which you can use. I usually look at steady maintenance of cloud score. When I started this, when I became aware of cloud about I think 3 or 4 years ago, my score was 15 or 16 or something like that. That's where I started from, and eventually it made its way to 30s and then 40s and then 50s, and now it's I think 61 or 60 or something like that. So it has held that 50 to 60 for a while. It takes a while. I think the guys with the highest cloud score are somewhere around 82 or 83 or 84. So that's when it kind of gets tougher as you go on, but it's always good to be above 50, and as you get more active and do the right things on social, your cloud score will go up. The other thing is, I saw the comment on the picture. So just remember one thing that Facebook deserves. If you read the terms and conditions given at the end of Facebook, it very clearly states that Facebook deserves the right to accept or reject your ad. Right? It's like giving an ad in Times of India, for example. They have certain guidelines, black and white ad, this size, this dimension, this much black, this much white, things like that. In Facebook, especially when it comes to submitting pictures for boosting, the condition is 25% of that picture can only have text, and the rest should not have text. So let me, at least look at one good example. I really loved it, Dr. Aparna. With your permission, and you have to type yes before I show it, I want to show everybody the ad that she has put up on Facebook and boosted. Aparna, you on? I don't see. If you're on, just is it okay to show your ad? If I hear yes or I don't hear anything.
I think she just.
Okay, she's offline.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. So now that she's not there, we can anyway show it. So, So this is the ad that she has put up. I'm not sure, that's why I wanted to check with her if she had created this herself. Can everybody see this? We can just so this is the ad that she had shown on Facebook. It's a typical humor. What filling would you like? Chocolate, please. Very interesting. I like the ad. Obviously, it has less than 25% text, so it's pretty much in line with what Facebook recommends, what Facebook wants you to do. And what I really like about it is that humor has very high engagement. Humor freebies, they usually have very high engagement. She has used humor in this case. You know, the advantage of being a dentist on social media is that dentist jokes are very common. There are lots of dental jokes, and you know, apart from you know, certain other jokes like the Santa Banta jokes and things like that. So, but the advantage of being a, I mean, I don't know if you, I recently heard about the Banta Cruise joke about the second airport in Bombay. So, so all these humor actually works very well, and luckily for us as dentists, there is a lot of humor. The only thing I'd ask you to be careful about while you do this is make sure that you know, the joke or the humor or the whatever you're making, this creative in this case, just make sure that it's you know, I hope this was done by her or she has the copyright to do it. Sometimes there are copyright issues, not very high on Facebook. I mean, they don't trouble you that much, but if this is a famous cartoon or somebody's done it, you know, if somebody else's work, you have to probably give him credit and then take it up. But otherwise, I think it's a great idea, and I really like what she has done. Let's see how that has changed her. How that has changed her score. So if you see the you know, the normal, I hope everybody can see it, but in her case I just want to point out this detail. So a normal reach is about 8 people, 19 people, 17 people, 23 people, and for this one particular post her reach was very high of almost 1,200 people. And of this 1,200 people, the engagement was very high, the post clicks were high, likes and comments were high. So that's a pretty interesting stat. I'm not sure how she has targeted her following, whether she has set the right target.
If you have any questions, you can ask her directly.
Okay. Okay, network issues. So, Dr. Aparna, we have already, we took your silence as consent, and we went ahead with showing your work, your handiwork to everybody else. But I think you've done a great job. Can everybody else view my screen? Meera is saying she can't view my screen. Meera, I think you have a connectivity issue on your side, because I think everybody else can. Can you see my screen? Yeah, everybody else can. Okay. So anyway, Dr. Aparna, congratulations. I think you've done a great job. I just wanted to understand what was the filter you set for the target audience? Was there any filter? Did you set any filters? $18 to $35. Okay. You think, okay. Yeah, I understand. So this is, and your work is predominantly around endo, right? Endo and endodontics and conservative dentistry. Is that the area you work in? Conservative dentistry and endodontics? If you do, I mean, that is the right target age group. Well, anyway, so yeah, anyway, good job. I really like it. I'm happy you took the effort, you know, to do this, and also want to show you her final screenshot. This kind of gives us the insights from the page. This is something I showed you last time as well. So big spike, the spike you can see is because of the post. And interestingly, you had one new like the week before that, 33 post clicks, 50 likes, 68 people you engaged. So obviously the likes went up, 2 people shared. Now sharing is the highest form of any gratification on social. When somebody shares your content, that means you get much more influence, greater influence. And because of these shares, the more your shares, the better it is. Somebody likes, I think, is the lowest. Click on the link is the second, and share is the highest. So just remember that the more the shares, the better it is. 2 shares is pretty good. That means 2 other people thought it was worthwhile to share your content, right? If ever you want me to like, promote, share your content, just tag me on your posts, and I'll definitely share them, definitely like them. No issues at all. Just tag me to your post, and I'll do what is required. Now today let's move on to a much more I don't know, interesting or boring topic, but what is engaged? Okay, good question. So Aparna has a question, what is engaged? Uh, so if it's okay, I'll just drop the doctor in front of our names. All of us are doctors on this call, so let's just cut through the red tape slightly. Let's get on first name basis. So Aparna has a question, what is engaged? Now engagement, see, there is awareness, which is the first step of social media. You know, you become aware. So today somebody has become aware that there is a Dr. Aparna Deshpande practicing in I think Bombay, or I think you're from Bombay, and you do endodontics and conservative dentistry, right? You're in Pune. All right, sorry, my mistake. Pune is much cooler than Bombay, and this I say to basically cheese off people from Bombay, but Pune is a much cooler place. So anyway, so you're from Pune and you do conservative dentistry, you do endodontics, and you're in Pune. That's awareness. That's the first step. The second step is amplification. Now amplification happens when people like your post. You know, they like something you do. They say, "Oh, good, I like that." Now the engagement comes when somebody starts talking to you, talking back to you. You know, and that mostly happens by sharing or somebody comments on your post. Comments are sometimes hard to come by, and towards the end of this series, I'll show you some tricks by which you can gain more engagement. Some triggers, you know, not tricks. They're actually triggers by which you can gain more engagement. I remember there was this post on LinkedIn. I'll never forget that post, and I don't think I ever got the answer to it. So the post used to go like this: write down your birthday and wait for 10 minutes and you'll get a mail in your inbox, right? Talking about how's your year going to look like. And that one post, I never got a mail, or maybe I got a mail and it went into my spam folder, but I never saw the mail. That one post had 500, 600 comments, maybe more. So that's a trigger. So we'll discuss triggers very well. We'll talk about triggers towards the end. These are at a certain higher level. But triggers are very, very important because they kind of create engagement, right? They should kind of create engagement. You would have often seen some posts saying that don't drink from plastic bottles that were used to package water because they have some chemical coated on them, and after 3 weeks it starts disintegrating, mixes with the water, becomes poisonous. Share to save others or something like that. You know? So that's a trigger. So we'll discuss that in detail. I'll show you a few triggers and how you can use, right? So let's come back to the most famous or the most popular, infamous social media channel in the world today, and that's Twitter. So when Twitter started out, it was social media. Social media was always synonymous with Twitter, and Twitter, you know, founded by Stone and some of these other guys who got together and say, you know, why can't we use a very short channel for very short engagement, you know, 140 characters or less, and they created this lovely platform, which I believe in many ways is the modern form of the telegraph, right? Today we don't have telegraph, you have Twitter. And Twitter grew exponentially, became very popular, people started using Twitter, and then somewhere down the line it hit a roadblock. Eventually it slowed down, did not have a great commercial model. Eventually now, I mean, it's meandering along. It's not as popular as the biggies, the Facebook and LinkedIn, who are the biggies of social media. And Twitter has become an important channel, but not a very serious channel. But Twitter still has about 33 million or 40 million Indians, depending on how you calculate. A very big market, especially in the urban part of the country. A lot of people in urban India use Twitter. So how do you use Twitter? How do you set up your account if you don't have one? What can you do with it? Should you just go directly to twitter.com? Should you use a tool? We'll discuss some of those scenarios right now, and I'll also help you set up your Twitter account right now, and you will also send out your first tweet during the course of this session. There was a comment. Let's see. Okay, so Dr. Meera, you can't hear me? You can hear me, but you can't see the broadcast. You know, in my experience with computers, unable to view but can hear, but this is a view also session. My experience with computers, best way to do is restart. It takes about 2 minutes. Shut down every other application, shut down except the internet, obviously. Shut down any other application that you might be using, and just focus on, just restart the computer, see if it works. Otherwise, you know, anyway, there is an archive. Mayur will be sending you a recorded session where you can, you know, view it again. But let's try to restart and see if it works. Otherwise, we'll think of something else. Okay, so everybody with me so far? So let's get on to Twitter. You type www.twitter.com, and for information, in India as well, almost 90-95% of people, I mean, at least 70% of the people use Twitter from their mobile phones. So it's become very mobile friendly. It's a very mobile platform as you go at spur of the moment. But interesting, Twitter is showcasing live scores. As you can see, the Pakistanis are giving Australians a tough time. Three wickets down for 98, but I think the Aussies should win it. I find it highly unlikely that they will not win it. Username, password. If you're new, fill up your name and full name, put up the username, password, and sign up for Twitter. As I'm already signed up, I'm gonna just log in. Does everybody have a Twitter account, or is there anybody who does not have a Twitter account and wants to create one? Okay, so I'm assuming everybody has a Twitter account. Sign in to your Twitter account as we speak. And what do you see? You see a couple of very interesting, screens. You see your profile, number of tweets, your name, your username, your picture, number of tweets you send, how many people you are following, how many people are following you. You see something here, which is interesting. Then you see some promoted content. Obviously, World Cup is being promoted through Twitter. It's telling you who to follow. Very interesting. Wait one second. Oh, brilliant. So that worked, huh? So congratulations. So next time you have a problem, all you have to do is restart. That's the key to computers. You don't have to worry about anything much. Anyway, so you can see some you can see who to follow. In this case, there's some promoted content going on around the Cricket World Cup, and everything else is a long set of tweets from my followers. And I just have to give you a caveat. Sometimes there are weird things happening on the Twitter account, so don't get horrified if you see a funny picture. Now, in the first tweet here, you will see HostGator, you will see promoted by HostGator. We'll talk about what is a promoted tweet or promoted content, right? Now, how does one start? There is another question. Oh, you're welcome, Mira. You're welcome. Okay, so how does one start? You have home, you have notifications, you have messages, you have discover, search Twitter, tweet. Let's go to home first. This is my home screen. This is all it shows. No confusion here. Notifications, what does it show? Notifications shows people who have actually tagged me in their conversations. So this person who is tweeted has actually tagged me in one of his tweets. So that's why I'm being notified that he has tagged me. There are others who put out my handle. They're doing a chat on Pinterest. So whenever somebody tags you on a picture or on a tweet, your name shows up. So it comes up in notifications. That's the best way to check what's the activity on your Twitter handle. Then there are messages, which are typed messages. Don't want to spend too much time here, but you can actually use Twitter. Oh, we have a new tweet here. Let's see that. That's the power of Twitter. One new notification has come, and that's from Dr. Mayur. Thank you, Dr. Mayur. Anyway, so notification is an easy way of finding out what is happening. On messages, you can actually exchange messages with somebody like SMS, except it's on Twitter. So only you and that person sees that, nobody else can see your messages. Discover is an interesting thing by which you can check what are the trends today, and these are the major trends on the left hand side, and on in between are specific things that Twitter thinks I'm interested in. For example, I like Manchester United, so you can see Manchester United's tweet here. You can see Google's Android auto in-car. That's because they think probably I'm interested in technology. Same with big data and sports fanatic. See, these are very, very specific things to me, not for others. So this is discovered is something very specific to you based on what you've been tweeting, what you've been liking, right? Also, what Discover does is gives you a few things like who to follow or find new friends or popular accounts. Let's go to who to follow. There's a whole list of people, again tailored to me. That depends on the kind of tweets I'm sending out. And here are all these people who Twitter thinks I should follow. Some of them are sneaky, right, which is promoted, and we want to discuss that towards the end. Let's see why that. Okay, this lady, for example, is from IBM, and I don't know why they think I should follow her, but must be I might have known her earlier. There are people from IBM. There are people from social media. Not many doctors, which is interesting. So maybe Twitter doesn't think that I get along with doctors that well. But whatever the reason, they have not advised me to follow doctors. Also, I can find friends. So if I search my contacts through my email ID or through Outlook or through Yahoo, Twitter can give me recommendations on who I can follow and connect with. Then it gives popular account on news, on Bollywood, on government. Let's try dentists. So here are a list of all the dentists on Twitter. This is probably an interesting list to start from. There's FDI, the 1-800 dentists, top 3 dentists, all sorts of dentists. which is very interesting. Oh, there is one dentist from Bangalore. She is also a social media strategist, which is brilliant. Too many things actually. Young dentists, old dentists, all sorts of dentists. So it's an interesting. Okay, there. I think we have a question. Okay, no questions. Okay, sorry. I thought I saw a question. Anyway, so let's say dentist India. Let's see if it throws up. Yeah, it does. So here are a list of dentists in India. Quite a few. Anyway, so you can find people, you can connect with other dentists if you want. Now let's go to an important column, which is profile, help, shortcuts, Twitter, ads, analytics, settings, logout. Let's go to profile. Here you can view my profile, which talks about. This is the column that you have to absolutely fill, talking about that I keep changing it. This time it's marketer with a passion for healthcare, writing, tennis, blogging, public speaking, Manchester United, Bengaluru FC, tweets are my own. Tweets are my own. This is just to save in case somebody tags my company saying that I'm working for this firm and I'm tweeting like this. So I'm saying tweets are my own, my website, where I'm located, and then I joined. This is March 2009. So this gives a perspective. This is what Twitter uses for searching, because probably I didn't have dentist here. My name did not come up in the dentist list, but if I had dentist here, maybe it would have come up. I'm not sure. I can edit my profile. Now this is everybody following me so far? I want you to start doing your profiles as we speak, or just after we finish, and send out your first tweets today, right? So this profile picture, I can change my header photo. I can change my profile photo. I can change my name as I want it to appear. Username, this will never change because this is one thing that is fixed. I can change here. I can say marketer. I can say, let's write here. Let's say former dentist, right? Just for fun, let's see if my name shows up there. Healthcare. Let me remove writing. Let me just say tennis, blogging, public speaking. Manchester United and Bengaluru FC, tweets are mine. So I change the color. I can change the theme color. If you don't like red, I can go with green, or I can go with blue. I usually like blue. I can change my header photo. Screen is frozen. Suggestions for tweeting. Yeah, I will come to that. We'll create some amazing tweets right now. So let's see, I want to change my photo. Let me take that, and here it's applying. Right? So my header photo has changed, and now you can see it's a completely different profile because I changed my theme, and I say change, save changes. So now you see from a red theme I've gone to a blue theme. I purposely chose that photo because it fits in with the blue theme, and here I have a brand new photo. The letters have changed to blue, everything's changed to blue, so it's more blue now. If you see, notice everything's changed to blue. So what I would recommendations for profile, obviously keep a profile of your dental practice. Don't show teeth, please. Sometimes it can be scary unless there's someone who's beautiful who's smiling. That's fine. Be consistent with your colors. If the picture is blue, choose blue as your theme. Make sure that everything about you is fixed. Make sure your local location is fixed. Very important, because Twitter also starts calculating locally how many people you know, and then if you have a website, please update it here. Let's go to some of the other aspects. Let's look at analytics first, and then we'll come to Twitter ads. Now, just like Facebook, in Twitter also you can throw ads. So, 28 days summary over the previous 28 day. Obviously, number of tweets have gone down by 19%. I had more tweets in the month of February than I have in the month of March. The impressions accordingly have gone down, but my profile visits have gone up by 18%. And that's remarkable, right? So do you see something here? Despite tweeting less, despite impressions going down, the number of profile visits, the mentions, and the followers have gone up. Which means that quality matters over quantity, and especially in Twitter. It's very important. Quality trumps quantity any day. Some people are there, they send out a tweet every 5 minutes or 6 minutes, keep tweeting some nonsense. That doesn't make any sense. It's a total waste of time. You should focus on certain key elements. Now, someone just now asked me some suggestions for tweeting, and we'll come to a list now. But just gives you an idea of what kind of tweets are going on. I was a part of this Twitter chat. Really must have boosted up my impressions for sure, mentions for sure. Top media tweet. I was at an event. I was tweeting there. Some very high-profile people followed me, especially this Manchester United club, which had 164,000 followers, I think. So they followed me. So obviously my rating slightly went up. So just remember that your influence is determined by how many times you mentioned, who's been following you, and if you're high profile, your score also rises. But interestingly, my impressions went down because the number of tweets I did went down, right? Though my profile visits, mentions, and followers went up. Now, let's go to what is okay. So I can go to specific tweets. I can do followers. Nothing wrong with your screens. It's taking a time to load because this is the number of graphics on the screen are higher. The load time is slightly high. So you can see how the following has been growing. I can look at some. I can do some conversation tracker. I can create website tags. I will not. This is only available if you do, Twitter ads. I've never done a Twitter ad, but you know what? We can try doing one soon. Twitter cards. It gives you to measure URL clicks. And again, this is available when I install a plugin. I've not done it as yet, but this is slightly on the higher end. Let's focus on the basics first, and then once we get it right, some interesting stats here. Countries from where people follow me. Now I have kept my focus mostly on India. Yet I see a number of people from the US, California, Texas, New York, Florida. A lot of people from Ukraine. That must be the football collection. UK is again football. Canada, Australia, DEU is I think Germany, Bangalore in Belarus, which is again I think a football collection, and then obviously number of followers in India and others. And then the unique interests, which include marketing, entrepreneurship, leader, SEO, advertising, um, photography, top cities, uh, your followers. Your followers also follow. So these are some of the top followers that they follow. 69% of my followers are male, and that's probably because of football. Only 31% are women, which is not a bad thing considering that my wife will be very happy to know that very few women follow me. Anyway, so this gives you an idea about analytics on Twitter. Uh, feel free to play with it. It gives you a good handle of where you can go with it. Now let's look at Twitter ads, and this is more academic because I haven't done them. It's very simple, no rocket science. So all I have to do is set a country, and I set a country. Uh-oh. Okay, this is because country is not set because I think RBI expects double authentication. Mm. Okay. So in India, because we require double authentication, and you can't use a server based in the US, we might have to go through a third-party channel. This is the same problem we have with Uber in India, so not a big deal. I think Facebook has double authentication in India as well as abroad, but Twitter has not. But anyway, most of the Twitter ads, I've never seen individuals give out Twitter ads. Most of them are given out by agencies which are third-party. But it will be worthwhile. I'll try to fix my account with an agency and see if we can run a Twitter ad just for academic purposes, right? Now all this is fun. Now let's see if we can actually get down to tweet. So I say compose new tweet, right? And Mayur, some suggestions. Let's promote dental education. So what do I say? Hash dental education, right? Great work by Mayur, what is the hashtag you're using?
For this course specifically, I'm
Yeah,
using
this dental
hashtag.
education, do you have a hashtag?
Currently for this course,
Is it correct?
I'm using social media marketing as a hashtag.
Okay.
Yeah, social media marketing.
Okay. Okay, so this is my first uh, tweet. What else can I do here? I can add location. It says Bengaluru, Karnataka, fine, because it's detected my IP address is sitting in Bangalore. Dr. Javin, why did you say why hashtag? Oh, why hashtag? Okay, we'll come to it. We'll come to it. I'm building it up. I'm building up the suspense. Now, next thing is obviously I can add a photo. How do we add a photo? Okay, let me just add this photo. I'm just adding it just like that. Okay, I mean it's not really a social media photo, but I'm adding a photo. I think I have your pictures somewhere, Mayur, but I have to search for them. So let me, for convenience sake, I'm not adding them, right? And I can do buffer, which is essentially something like scheduling a post. So what happens in Facebook, the tool to schedule the post is inbuilt into the product. But in case of Twitter, I can either schedule it. I can use Buffer to schedule it. So Buffer is another tool. It's a third-party tool. But what I'm going to teach you ahead, you may not require Buffer at all. But anyway, just for academic interest, you can go to Buffer and schedule it, right? So my tweet is done. I've used a hashtag. I've tagged Dr. Mayur. I have a picture. Now I tweet. right? It's going, it's going, it's going, it's going. The picture is a high-res file, so sometimes it takes time because pictures take time to be sent out. Okay, still going. So we're gonna, I'm just gonna remove this picture. Sometimes pictures can be painful. So just tweet it. Well, that's embarrassing. It should go ideally, but that's one of the risks you do when you do hands-on. Oh, it's gone. Lucky day. Okay. Now, you must be wondering that why did I use this hashtag? You understood why I tagged Dr. Mayur. I can tag anybody. If you give me your Twitter handles on chat right now, I can start tagging all of you. But the reason we use the hashtag is I use the hashtag social media marketing. Now using a hashtag is like using a channel. Now I know this is the channel that I have to tune into to understand what else is going on in social media marketing. So there's our tweet. That's a tweet we just sent out. That's a tweet Dr. Mayur sent some time ago. He said social media marketing rocks. He's been tweeting on this hashtag for a while. So I can see everything on social media marketing. All the conversations that tag social media marketing in one go. Now that's why we use hashtags. We use hashtags because we want to follow one conversation. And the conversation can only be followed by hashtags. Right? There are some photos of some social media marketing sessions. Somewhere somebody is doing these sessions, so they have tagged them. Is everybody clear on why we use hashtags, or anybody has any confusion? Okay, no response is usually good. That means we are all on the same page. So what kind of content works well on Twitter, right? What kind of content works well? Okay, the other thing is, I told you about trends. So everybody's clear on hashtags, everybody's clear on pictures, right? Pictures usually get you more, they get you more visibility. The more pictures you use, the more visible you are. The average life of a tweet is anywhere between 60 seconds to 5 minutes, depending on how important it is. So if it's only way to keep a tweet alive is if somebody keeps retweeting it. And I'm going to tell you hashtags. So Meera has a very good question, where to use hashtags. See, hashtags should be used in all conversations. And you can check by hashtags. You can also check what are the important hashtags. So yeah, Dinesh, I'll come to your question in a second. So use hashtags wherever you feel there's something on. In this case, social media marketing is an existing river that is flowing. And what Mayur has very smartly done is by using the same hashtag, he has made sure our content flows into this river. Now, anybody watching this river also sees our content of social media, right? In some cases, like for example, events, they have their own hashtag. Let me take you a hashtag of one of the events I attended. This was the event I attended a few days ago, and if you see very clearly, these are all the conversations that people at those events were talking about. And if you can see very clearly, Nate Silva, he was there. I don't know how many of you have heard of him, but if you've seen the movie Moneyball, He was the guy who developed that algorithm to select players. Uh, these were two guys who climbed a vertical wall. So there are a lot of conversations going on during Adobe Summit, during this event.
Uh, I think Sir just spoke to me on the phone, and it's because of a power failure at Bangalore. So I think his internet connection is lost out because of that. Till that time, I would like to continue the session that he has already started. I'd like to answer a couple of questions. Dr. Jaimin, you understood why we have used a hashtag? Basically, anything that you want to know about, say in the sense in dentistry, if you want to know about dental courses, so you can just do a hashtag dental course and you can just tweet it out. And you can just see when you click on that hashtag on your mobile phone or on your laptop or your PC, it'll show you all the tweets which are on with a hashtag of dental courses. So it's basically a more filtered use of things, more filtered stuff that you want to find out about. And what happens in this, we can do this, probably the next question should have been, why don't we use Google instead of Twitter? Now the best part about Twitter is that not only do you get all the results about a particular website or something on that the Google is showing, but on Twitter you can actually find out what people are talking about it, like what an individual is talking about social media marketing. So that is what Dr. Vikram was trying to explain. It's a filtered channel. So if you want to find out specifically about something, for instance, about today, if you want to find out the score of the Pakistan versus Australia match, all you have to do is hashtag Pak versus Australia, and you will find out all the conversations that the people are tweeting throughout the world. So that's why hashtags are very important, and we can specifically use it for dental marketing as well. So I think that kind of explains the question. Dr. Dinesh, I think your question, Dr. Dinesh was asking us, just like in Facebook, can't we like any particular tweet? Now this is very interesting because Twitter does not have a like button. So instead of like, what do we have on Twitter is something called a retweet or a star. Now that star is basically similar or synonymous to a like button on Facebook. So whenever you star a particular tweet, that means that you like that tweet. And if you want to show an engagement, what you particularly do is you retweet it. So whenever you retweet a particular tweet by somebody else, that person gets a notification and it comes on to your dashboard as well, right? So how can we do can we do to promote our dental services to people? Dr. Jaimin, right? And the question from Dr. Meera is, sir, I have only Facebook account. Now, is it necessary to start a Twitter account too? Dr. Meera and Dr. Jaimin, I'm coming to your questions. Let me begin with Dr. Jaimin's question first. What can we do to promote our dental services to people? I think the best way to make your clinic more known among Dr. Jamin, I would like to know where you're practicing first, so I can help you out with your question. Dr. Jamin, Ahmedabad. So whatever, see what you do is particularly, suppose if you're composing a tweet, that tweet is called free dental checkup, or if you want to wish all the people around in Ahmedabad happy World Oral Day, which is coming up on the 22nd of this month. So all you have to do is you just hashtag Ahmedabad and you say hashtag Ahmedabad happy World Oral Health Day to you, and people and that tweet will be visible to all the people who are a part of the hashtag Ahmedabad channel, or the hashtag links, or the river which is flowing, which is the hashtag Ahmedabad river. So even the people who do not know you will come to know that you have a clinic. One, you are a dentist. Two, and if you have a particular offer, say hashtag Ahmedabad happy World Oral Day, you are most welcome to my clinic name so and so, as we are offering a free dental checkup, or 50% reduction in root canals, or crowns and bridges, or smile designing and stuff like that. So what essentially happens is any channel which is named Ahmedabad can see that probably there are high chances that they will retweet your tweet, so that more and more people in their channels can read your tweet. That's one. And anybody who's searching for what's going on in Ahmedabad, what they usually do is they do hashtag Ahmedabad and they find out what's going on in Ahmedabad, and they will be able to see. But so the best part about this is that only the people who don't know you, they get to know a lot about your clinic, and it's a huge scope to increase the people who know about your dental clinic, and this is the way you market your dental clinic in Ahmedabad. Suppose, like for instance, I can give you an example that I tweet a lot about a very small locality in Bombay which is called Chembur. Now there is a person called Chembur Chapters in Chembur. It's basically, you can say, a local, it's a very local person, or you can say an establishment, or you can say an NGO. So anything that I tweet as hashtag Chembur, he retweets it, so that more and more people in Chembur can read about it. So not only does hashtag Chembur and whatever your tweet gets visible to more people in and around Chembur, but there are high chances that people related to Ahmedabad or Chembur can retweet your tweet again and again, so that it's visible to more number of people. So this is the way you can start a very effective use of hashtags in your tweets. So I believe, Dr. Jaimin, that answers your question. I think it'll be more and more clear as and when you start using hashtags. And Dr. Meera, it is not absolutely compulsory that you use Twitter, but it's important, yes, because as of today, there is a trend that more and more people are coming onto Twitter, and probably in another 1 or 2 years, with the increasing number of mobile handsets that are coming up and the internet usage on mobile phone is increasing, there are high chances that people will be using a lot of Twitter. So that overall indicates that you should as well be on Twitter. And Dr. Vikram is back. I think I'll hand over the presentation to Dr. Vikram now. Dr. Vikram, over to you.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, sorry about that. I was just wondering why everything is going so smooth, you know. The thing I love about India is it's never smooth. So I was just thinking, my God, everything's going perfectly well. And then we, obviously, every part of the country apart from the West has a power deficiency. So we lost power for exactly 3 or 4 minutes. Now, you can tweet like, you can write like Facebook, but compared to Facebook, the volume of tweets is very high. See, Facebook, you have a couple of thousand posts on your profile a day. But on Twitter, like for example, there was some statistics when Narendra Modi had become the Prime Minister when he won the elections. Some 85,000 tweets went out in a 1 hour. 1 hour, 85,000 tweets went out. Recently, when when the Super Bowl happened in US, that one 30-second period, there were 28,000 tweets. So tweet volumes are usually very, very high, and that's why they just disappear. If you look at my, let me go to my home and see how fast the tweets are going. They will just keep going, and within a few seconds, they will see more tweets have come. And you see 6 more tweets have come. And it just keeps going. So the original tweet has gone down here, and in some time it will go further down. That's why hashtags become very important for you to track tweets. Okay, we have another question. Okay, all right, Dr. Morris, take care. So I hope I've answered both your questions on Facebook, especially on Twitter. Why do you need a Twitter account? Is it necessary? I think so. There are 33 million Indians on Twitter, maybe more. Gives you more, exposure. Gives you more visibility. Obviously, it is not free. You spend time on it, but still, it's relatively an easy method. Short messages. And you have any offers? You have any offers to give, any new thing, you can always, send it out. So Dr. Moyes has just sent out his first tweet. Congratulations. He's very happy. He says, great learning. So guys, I want all of you to send out your first tweets. We have about half an hour, right? And I want to spend the rest half an hour on explaining 2 other concepts. If by chance we run out of time today, because the second concept takes a while, it's a tool. If we run out of time today, which I suspect we might, so what we'll do is, Dr. Bahir, when is our next session? Is it tomorrow?
Yes, it's tomorrow, same time, 2:30.
Okay, tomorrow 2:30 to 4 we have a session again. We were going to evaluate one tool, again a free tool. And if I'm not able to explain the other tool today, I'm most probably going to do it tomorrow. So tomorrow we might do 2 tools on the entire session. But right now let's complete our Twitter education. We've understood how to open an account, how to customize an account, how to give description, how to put a link, how to use pictures while tweeting, who's tweeting what, how to find people, how to identify big famous people on Twitter. Hashtag city. So Dinesh has a question. He says hashtag city. Do we need to follow this? See, you don't need to follow anything. You don't need to follow anything. Just recognize the important dental channels. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at what are the famous dental channels. Okay, so just help me out here, Dinesh. You are from which city? Ahmedabad, right? You're from Gurgaon. Okay. Okay, so sorry, just my geography is slightly weak. Is Gurgaon a city now, or is it called NCR, or is it called suburb? What is Gurgaon? A city? Yeah, I know. I mean, I know it's in Haryana. I'm just curious as to what is it called. Okay, it's a city. Amira will just come to your question in a second. So I said dentistry, and let's see what's the situation with dentistry. So quite a lot of conversations around dentistry. So if I use the hashtag dentistry and the hashtag Gurgaon, what do I get? Well, nothing. Okay, what about hashtag dentistry and hashtag Delhi? Why not? Right? So Dinesh, you got to experiment like that, figure out, and there are not too many actually. Even for dentistry, Delhi, there are only 3 or 4. I have a feeling in India we don't use dentistry, we use dentist, right? Or yeah. So now you know the answer. So if every tweet you send out dentist uh, and hash Delhi, uh, you see a lot of action. So if you tag your city, very important. I mean, Gurgaon, Noida, slightly dicey because they're not technically, I mean, they are cities and there's whatever satellite townships, but they are overshadowed by the big Delhi in the center. So try Delhi, Gurgaon, there's hardly anything. You could be the first dentist in Gurgaon. Wait, let me try this. Let me try what's going on in Gurgaon. Gurgaon, Gurgaon. Right. Uh, uh, Not really positive news. I think Gurgaon is always in the news for all the wrong reasons, and I think NH10 has made it world famous now. Uh, okay, Gurgaon has got some. Made me realize staying in Gurgaon can be a big mistake. So anyway, you can tag Gurgaon, and then you can tag dentist. Let's see, dentist. Not much, again, as I suspected. But anyway, so you got the drift. And somebody in Gurgaon has made a video. Best dentist in Gurgaon. Awesome, right? It's really phenomenal. How media savvy the dental profession has become. So anyway, guys, you will be up there very soon. You will be better than the best. But look at this. Look at hashtag your city. Use the hashtag dentist. You can figure out everything. Now, Meera, you had a question about Quora. Now, Quora is a question and answer forum. There used to be these forums like Pagal Guy and Yahoo Answers. Now, Quora has taken that slot. I think it's very useful for dentists as such, and if you want, we can do a session on Quora. I mean, let me see if we have enough time. We can do a session on Quora, but if you're interested, just mail Mayur, let him know that how many of you are interested in Quora, and then we can probably look at incorporating it. As of now, it doesn't feature in our sessions, right? One thing I want to teach you, before two more things I want to tell you before we close for today. One is this: what is this going on, and how do I do anything about it? So let's look at this. ICLAC OS versus Pakistan. And I can see the score. I can see what's going on in the match. Second catch dropped. It gives you an idea of what's going on in Twitter today. And I can, some very smart marketers, what they will do. Okay, we have another comment. Okay, Mayur has, Mayur has a interesting take on it. That's a good suggestion, Mayur. But anyway, so some smart marketers, what they will do is they will use these trending hashtags in their conversation. Not always easy, but it's possible. Let's see why Raina's trending. I heard he was getting married. Is that the reason he's trending, or is he trending? Anyway, so you can look at these hashtags. Look at failing the honest. You'll get an idea of all of the important trends going on. Sometimes I look at this. I think this looks like something promoted. It looks like a promoted tweet, so not sure. So anyway, so these are all trends for right now. They change every few hours, every half an hour the trends will change. If you remember, DK Ravi was on it when we started the session, now he's off it. So it's important to check these trends. Sometimes see the trends and see if you can incorporate something, hashtag that if it's your messages are in line, otherwise leave it. Second thing I want to teach you is what is it, few intricacies on Twitter. First of all, what is promoted by Show Trader? There's a tweet here, it has an arrow promoted by Show Trader. That means this has been paid for. It is showing up on my timeline not because I follow Show Trader. Now let's look at Show Trader profile. I don't follow him. I'm not following this guy. Why is this guy on my list? Why is he showing up on my screen? Why is he showing up in my Twitter feed? It's because it's been promoted. And I can say dismiss, it'll be off. This will go into the Google, into the Twitter algorithm. Again, they will not show me any trading ad. They will show me ads which I think I'll be interested in. Everybody else, look at Guy Kawasaki, very famous influencer. I am following him, he's following me, we are both following each other. So that's why his content is showing up on my profile. If I'm not, if I'm not on, if it's on my profile, I've definitely, kind of followed it. But if it's promoted, then it probably is there despite my not asking for it, and that's sad. Now let's look at one more thing. I go to Salman Khan because my daughter loves Salman Khan. She thinks you tell her anything, she'll say Salman Khan will come and take care of it. Salman Bhai will come and take care of it, to be precise. And I think 234 people I know follow Salman Khan. But why am I showing you this is, next to Salman Khan's name, there is a tick, which says verified account. Most celebrities would have this around their account. If there's a celebrity writing nonsense, doesn't have the tick, that means that's not his official account, that is somebody else who's trying to be like him. So just remember, this is a very important, I think this is a scene from Cake. Anyway, this is a very important thing, especially if you're following a celebrity, make sure he has a tick, right? Now let's go to the third thing I want to tell you before we close today, and we're going to take questions because we just don't have time to do the tool. Let's look at any tweet. Okay, so this is MS Dhoni, and this is very smart use of content. This is Maruti Alto K10 ad, which is showing MS Dhoni piloting this spacecraft, hovering between the semi-finals and the finals for India, and it's promoted by him, and heavy retweeting going on, heavy favoriting going on. What are these things, and how do these work? So when you see a tweet, you have two options, and you have three. You can ignore it, which is the smart thing to do if you don't like the tweet. There is a handle called reply. So if I press reply, and I'm speaking to Alto, I'm speaking specially to Alto K10 handle, and whoever manages that handle, there's a human being at the end of it, I think. So I tweet to him. Let's see how smart he is. If he is very smart, he will reply back. Then there is retweet. I can press this and it asks me, do I want to retweet or I want to buffer the retweet. What is buffer? Buffer is nothing but scheduling the retweet. Do you want the retweet to go out in some time? Now I told you I don't use buffer. I will recommend you not to use this feature because the tool I'm going to teach you gives you the option for scheduling. So don't waste your time with it. But I'm not going to retweet it. I don't think it's that great. Okay. Okay. Third thing you can do is obviously you can favorite it. Favorite it means you liked it, but you don't want to share it Retweeting is like akin to sharing. I told you sharing is very, very high. Commenting and sharing are the highest forms of engagement. If I favorite it, it's like, like the Facebook like, Twitter has favorite, right? And a few other things I can do. I can send it personally to somebody. I can share it via email. I can embed this tweet. I can block this tweet, and I can report this ad. I can say this ad is not in lines. It's a very bad ad, right? I can block. I can embed. If I block it, it won't show it to me again. I can also dismiss it here, and it's gone. Now, the important thing is there are a couple of more things. Remember Twitter. So any questions so far? We have about 14 minutes. Any questions? No, hashtag is not like hyperlink. Hashtag is different. But hashtag is like if you want to view the channel, and because hashtags became so popular in Twitter, now they are on Facebook as well. They're on Facebook. People use hashtags on LinkedIn. They become pretty popular. So I mean, remember when one channel picks up something, the other channel obviously follows suit. Now this is Mayur's site. Mayur, is this your site? I think so. Yes. I can see social media, marketing and dentistry. So I take the dentaleducation.com. I copy this link. I go to Twitter. I say tweet. I say great to know that you have a webinar. Actually, why am I doing so much mehnat? Let me just copy something. Right? Let me copy this content just for fun, and I put it here. So what happened? Oh, I overshot my link. So I need this link as well. So how do I cut it out? I put this here. I have three things. So I'm going to say add Mayur. Now what do I do? I can't use it, can I? Because I'm short. I'm short of space. So my option is to remove Mayur and then go ahead with it. What if I have a long link? What if I have a longer link, right? This is the home page. So if I go to any of the other inner pages, this is even worse. So I don't have space for that either. What I can do is I can use something called short links. We'll just use it right now, and later I will teach you, I have to teach you how to do analytics on short links as well. So I use Bitly. There are so many other others which you can use. So I take a long URL, post it here. I copy it, it shortened the link, and I remove this and I put this. Still running out of space. But you get the picture. I can actually take any link, any long link, and shorten it and save space. And I'm going to cut this out and add Mayur. Right? The link, the the site I used is called Bitly. It's called bitly.com, bitlinks. We're going to understand this tomorrow as well. It gives you a lot of interesting stats, like how many people clicked on your link and where were they from, etc., etc. And very useful tool to have. Just remember, social media marketing is a lot about tools. It's about products, it's about tools, it's about technology. The more comfortable you get with it, the better it is. For example, this one link has 4,000, no hits on the dental link as such, and this is some official work. But you can see 1,052, 990, 1,068, 3,143. These are the kind of hits that have happened on this. So I'm going to tweet this and create another tweet from you. All right, Dinesh. Dinesh is off too. We have 9 more minutes. Let's do a few questions and then let's close. I want all of you to send your cloud link, cloud score to Mayur so that we can tabulate it and keep it handy for our next session. And any more questions? Meera, you can't hear me? Mayur, can you hear me? Okay, Mayur can hear me. So Meera, I think, which PC are you using? I hope it's not Dell. Oh, Achha, Meera can't hear me and I'm asking her a question. Hey, Aparna has a great iPad. Oh my God, Steve Jobs will be shuddering in his grave. The iPad is not working properly. I think, okay, Dinesh, you have a Dell. I hope it's working fine. It is great. Okay, all well. Great to hear that, Dinesh. Okay, one by one, let's take the questions. Aparna asked, is Twitter like FB? No, not really. See, Twitter is the most non-reciprocal network in the world. That means there are some 2,000 people and almost everybody follows them. I have what, 3,000 people I follow and I have 12,000 people who follow me. So I'm not following everybody who follows me. Unlike Facebook, where everybody I follow or I'm linked to is actually a friend of mine, right? I know them personally. So I think Twitter is more for marketing, for actually getting a message out. Facebook is more for engagement and knowing your personal facts. But Twitter is very important, right? It really increases your audience base. Is it necessary to follow people to tweet? Pallavi, very good question. If they are following you, they will see your tweets, but you won't see their tweets unless you are following them. I'm using a Hindi word here, but just bear with me. They say on Twitter your auqat is by how many people are following you. It doesn't matter how many people you follow, right? So if you are really a person of an auqat hai, to bahut log follow karenge, like that. But that's all BS. That's all bullshit. If you really, I believe in following anybody who's sensible. I don't remember one thing on Twitter. There are a lot of bots. When I say bots, that means they are artificial intelligence. They are tools. There will be people that say buy 100 Twitter followers, 200 Twitter followers. Don't follow them. Anybody funny, anybody with a funny picture, anybody from funny countries, don't follow them. Anything weird on the profile, any funny photographs, don't follow them. So be very selective about who you follow. Try to follow sensible people. Look at what they've tweeted. Just for a brief second, look at their tweets and see if they make sense. Then follow them, right? So tweets are only visible to those people who follow you. Yeah, Dinesh, the score is next to the circle, the red circle. If you follow the previous recording, the red circle is what your is your cloud score. Any other questions? 50, my God. All half centuries, huh? I think you guys are playing like India. Good. You guys have a lot of influence. I think if with the right approach, I think you can make a big dent on the marketing world. At least your near and your competition near to you will be scared of you now. Any other question? All right. Okay, Dinesh. Bye for now. Since my last tweet, 74 new tweets have come. This is the rate at which they come. It's crazy. But just to give you a preview of tomorrow's session, I will not be using Twitter. I will be using a tool called TweetDeck. To be honest, I have not been to a Twitter interface in a while. And that's because TweetDeck is so cool. Just a preview. This is what TweetDeck looks like. I love it. And the beauty of Twitter, just check this out. I don't know any of these people. I don't know who's Ashish Khera. He's not even a dentist. And I wrote to Mayur that I'll be just back, and he's retweeted it. It's brilliant the amount of retweets you get out of nothing. So it's superb. Just a great feeling. If there are no further questions, then I'll close for today, Mayur, and let's catch up tomorrow again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day ahead, and let's catch up tomorrow. Bye for now.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay, it's a thanks. Okay, thanks, Dr. Jamin Patel. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. I request all the delegates to start with their Twitter accounts from today itself. All of us can add each other and make it a fun learning experience. It'll be great if we can, tag each other in the tweets that come up, and we can see to it that we get well versed with Twitter at least till tomorrow, so that we can understand tweet tech even more better. You can try using hashtags for today. Trust me on it. Using hashtags is a lot of fun. Find out all that's going around in your city, or who all people are there. You can follow them. Probably you can hope that they'll also follow you back, and try to increase the number of followers that you already have. Dr. Jaiman is asking, how can I get the first webinar? Dr. Jaiman, I'll email it to you. I think I already have. Probably can check your spam folder if you've not yet received it. I'll just send it across to you. Dr. Meera, so the insight I have to send you is the cloud or Facebook. Dr. Meera, you got to send me an insight about the post that you have boosted. So if that post was boosted on Facebook, you got to send me a screenshot of how the insights are doing from your Facebook itself. Like you saw Dr. Aparna's screenshots today, the graphs and stuff like that, and how many people went ahead and seeing Dr. Aparna's dental clinic's page and stuff like that. So you got to send a screenshot of that. So I think that's it for today. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 2:30. Bye-bye.